So, good morning, beautiful people. I just wanted to tap in this morning at the top of the morning. And I really talk about the morning because I'm not a morning person, but you have to make time for what's important to you, and this channel is very important to me. So, I appreciate every subscriber for watching. I was just talking to my auntie yesterday, and she was like, she checked me out. So, thank you, auntie. And to the rest of my subscribers, I really appreciate y'all because without any subscribers, you don't have a channel. So yesterday, I wanted to share that I was able to talk to a trusted friend. And talking to trusted friends, or just like somebody that really have your best interest at heart, it really is an eye opener because sometimes you may think like, oh, my life is going so smooth, and then your girlfriend or your guy friend, they may mention something and you like, no, let's think about that. So one of my girlfriends, she challenged me yesterday. She was just like, you definitely should look into something that's challenging to you and face it head on. So I was like, whew, this is gonna bring so much stress. But your friends really have your best interest at heart if you really have like some good friends. So it's very therapeutic, like, to talk to your friends and really let them sow into your life, because man wasn't created to be alone, and that's not only just with a companion, but having a trusted friend is a very valuable thing, because loyalty is just not in abundance these days, because a lot of people are all about self, and a lot of people are not about sowing into other people and helping other people out. And then another interesting thing happened yesterday. I met a guy, and I was passing out some flyers in my community, and we ended up talking or whatever. And he was saying he was just having a hard time. And originally, I was just sitting in the truck, and I was like, well, this place is closed that I wanted to deliver flyers to. But then it was a guy sitting there. So I was like, oh, I'm going to invite him to the program because he seems like a local person in the community. And he just was telling me how he had been down on his luck. He had just moved from the country. He just had got a job in the town where I work, and he was like, and I asked him, well, what area did you move to? And he was like, I stay up here. And I was like, where about? And he was like, I don't have a residence, I'm homeless. So that really just like touched me. I was just like, whew. So I basically gave him a word of encouragement, but I'm glad that I have the discernment over my life, because I was going to sit in the truck and just drive off, and then something said, get out and invite him to your program. And after talking with him, I found out that he was homeless. So no matter what you're going through out there, is somebody out there going through things worse than you. And I think that was really an eye opener for me, just to realize that it's very, very, very important to be humble, even while you're working, while you are in restaurants, because that's what he said. He said he works in customer service. Does serving at a local restaurant. And in my mind, I was just thinking, I wonder how many people have he encountered that don't know his story and may have just treated him like another person on the streets, when he's like, out here sleeping in the cold while we're sleeping in the warmth of our home. And I know it's easy to say, well, he got himself that way. He's grown. He made poor decisions, or, whatever. But circumstances happen, accidents happen, people make mistakes. I know me personally, I have made many, many, many mistakes, and I didn't end up homeless. But sometimes it's just very important to remember, especially when you are encountering people throughout the public and throughout the community, just be kind. And I think that's what he really just opened up to me, just because he could see the kindness of my spirit. And I was just glad that I had that conversation with him, because it really was an eye opener. And I came home and shared that story with my fiance, and we just had a moment of just gratefulness and thankfulness that we do have a beautiful home for our children to thrive in, and for us to sleep comfortably at night. So I just thought that was just prevalent to share, because it's very very disheartening to know that there are homeless people out there and people are sleeping in the cold while we're sleeping inside of our warm homes. And it's really unfortunate, but I was just glad that I was able to encounter an angel yesterday, and it really just warmed my heart to know that he wasn't giving up. He said that he was definitely a go-getter. He was still working every day and trying to reestablish himself. So that was one thing that I gave him a kudos for, because to go to work every day and still be homeless is a very challenging, I could imagine a very challenging thing to do. So, yeah, I just wanted to tap in, and those are some of the things that I encountered on yesterday. This morning, I started just like my routine of like my facial uh, cleanser, and of course, taking my hair out and washing it. So, that was very relaxing to do last night, is to wash it and just let it do its own thing. So this morning, I just was asking God, what do I need to look forward to on today? And I was led to pick up my Bible and just read a couple scriptures. So I was in the book of Proverbs. And I think I actually took a picture of it because I wanted to share it. And the scripture was Proverbs verse 20. And the last part of it said, "And whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he." And whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. And that's Proverbs 20. So when I read that scripture, I read the whole chapter 16, Proverbs 16. And that chapter, or just that chapter 19, it really just, that verse 20 stuck out to me, because one of my goals, I think I even got it on my vision board. It's just the whole purpose of it is to be happy. So if you're working on being happy and reaching some of those goals, just always trust in God. And that was just one of the things that stuck out to me, because it said, whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. So as long as you're putting all of your worries, whether it be homelessness, whether it be creating a channel, raising your children, taking on a new career, continuing your education, start using your gift, all of those things, like put all of those things in the hands of God, and he will definitely give you answers. He will definitely lead your footsteps, and he will definitely get you to happiness. So I don't care what devil try to come my way today. And I always lean forward, like, be very serious. But yes, happiness is the overall mission. So if you're out there trying to be happy today, remember Proverbs verse 20, trust in God and you will be happy in the end. So I'm glad I was able to check in this morning. London wanted to do a different morning routine. So I'm going to see how this works out, because it'll give me a couple extra minutes to do some walking this morning. And the fasting has really been a more spiritual thing than a weight loss thing. And I thought it was going to be more, driven for weight loss. But the intermittent fasting has really been beneficial far as just a spiritual closeness to God. And like I said, my tapping ability is like that, just with relationships and the gifts that I carry inside of me. So I'm actually glad with the results that I see. As far as just mentally, I can tell the difference, and hopefully physically I will be able to too. So you guys enjoy your Tuesday. God bless.